Okay, midterm elections day two. Yesterday, um, both Nancy Pelosi, Democratic leader in the House, and Donald Trump, corrupt, malignant, narcissist, demagogue, lunatic, held press conferences, and it you really just have to watch them because it's really it's just too precious to miss. But suffice it to say, anybody who thought our mental and emotional crippled president was going to somehow be chastened by losing the House and losing 7 or 8 governorships and several state houses, and the fact that even in the red states where he held his fascistic uh, rallies, even in those states, the Republicans who won by much smaller margins than they should have. Uh, he his summary of all that is big win, big win. But more important, continued and now escalating threats against the Democratic controlled Congress. If you investigate me, I'm going to investigate you. Okay, fucking lunatic, screaming at the press, the enemy of the people. You are a bad person. Okay, the guy is completely coming unhinged, as we would expect. But that's not what I want to really talk about. I want to talk about Nancy Pelosi's press conference. A number of my fellow Democrats, including my precious domestic partner of over 13 years, my Valerie, are livid and enraged by her press conference and her conciliatory tone and pledge to try to work with Trump. Hey, here's the thing that you have to remember. I'm trying to lean down so you can see my hat. There you go. Here's the thing that we have to remember. We all have to remember. We're Democrats. We're not the party of the filthy rich and corporate America. And so, unlike Republicans, whose goal is to dismantle government and render it powerless to protect the people and the common good and to comfort the filthy rich and powerful, we're Democrats. And so, our goal is to make government work so that it can work for the common good and protect people, especially the have-nots, from the 1% to 5% filthy rich and corporate America, which continue to dominate America, American culture, and America's politics. And so, if you need a party that's going to join the Republicans in burning the country to the ground, that's good. I mean, that's fine. That's your right. It's not going to be the Democratic Party. So you're going to have to come up with some new party. And, you know, from what I know of history, my response would be good luck with that. Okay? So, and don't worry about it. You know, Pelosi's commitment to bipartisanship, Trump has already made clear that there's going to be no bipartisanship. He's incapable of bipartisanship. If you do everything exactly the way I say, and you don't investigate my profoundly corrupt administration, and you don't investigate my treasonous collusion with the Russians and collaboration with the Russians, I might sign bills that I dictate to you. Here's what we say to you, Donald Trump. Fucking shut the fuck up. We're going to let you stay there and suffer for 2 years. Then we're going to defeat you in the general election in 2020. And we're going to throw the rest of your Republican enablers in Congress out. And so, you know, enjoy your last 2 years. The military is not going to let you nuke California or Venezuela or North Korea or anybody else. The military is not going to fire on immigrants on the border. The military is not going to take to the streets and declare and implement a martial law declare that you might issue when the Mueller investigation is released. None of that's going to happen. Uh, you have less than 40% support of the American people, and that support is going to dwindle because you're just going to You're not going to back off on the crazy. If anything, you're going to get more crazy. That's what mental health professionals have warned. Since you declared for candidacy, your candidacy, and then since you took office, and ever since then, uh, malignant narcissists don't get better under pressure. They get worse. And so I'm not worried that you're going to all of a sudden become presidential. There is no risk of that. I'm not worried that you're going to become a president of any more than 35% of the people, because you're incapable of that. So we're not going to impeach you because your Senate wouldn't convict you. And so, why bother? We don't need to do that. And we're not going to start investigating you tomorrow. We're going to put some legislation through first and dare your Senate not to ratify those bills, and dare you to veto them. That's what we're going to do. Now, after a while, the Mueller investigation comes out. You try to suppress it. The courts force its release. Then we'll start the investigations. But in the meantime, suck on it, you stupid idiot. And to your 35% lunatic base of support, well, 35, the Trump cult is maybe 10, 15%. So the 10, 15%, suck it, okay? Suck it. Take to the streets and we will slaughter you in a Civil War do-over. This time, no premature peace. This time we finish it, okay? Alternatively, after the 2020 election, when we retake the House, the Senate, and the presidency, how about I offer, let's have a national plebiscite in 2022. Any state can vote by 60% majority to secede from the Union voluntarily. Then you can have Jesus land or white male land or corporate land, whatever you want to call your little impoverished nation. And the United States of America, finally united, will move forward. We'll continue to move forward. Okay? So remember, fuck you, Trump. Suck it. Have a great day. We're picking up seats in the House as more elections are called, so we'll see how many we end up with. We might pick up 35 seats. We've already won. It's all good. So, bye-bye. Have a great day.